президента України.
Thank you so much, dear Ursula, dear António, our friends, real friends of Ukraine, dear journalists. I'm grateful that you have come to Ukraine on this day, 4 years since the start of Russia's full-scale invasion. Europe has stood with us throughout these really difficult years, and our people trust Europe. They know we are not alone. In many ways, all of this is thanks to your personal efforts, your work, and friendship, our friendship. Thank you so much, António. Thanks so much, Ursula. There is still much to be done, and today Ursula, António, and I discussed concrete steps that can bring us closer to peace. And there is no place for the Russian shadow fleet in European waters, and no place for Russian oil and gas on European markets. We discussed changes to EU legislation that would make it possible to stop Russian tankers and seize the oil they transport. And it's doable. We also spoke about ensuring that the 90 billion loan works for Ukrainians as quickly and effectively as possible. And because Russia continues its attacks on our energy infrastructure and our people, we discussed air defense and energy support. Thank you for the European Commission's readiness to join to the implementation of our updated energy strategy. And we discussed this today, and I consider it one of the biggest decisions which are very important for us of this day, of our meetings, and we count on 20 sanctions package being strong and efficient. It must be adopted as soon as possible, and of course there are a lot of different challenges, but we count on it. And this is the form of diplomacy Russia understands, and I thank all leaders who support it. This has to be done in the interest of all Europe. And I thank all our European friends and our partners, everyone in the European Union who stands on the right side of history and helps us, Ukraine and Ukrainians. And it's vital that we have started working on the details of a key geopolitical security guarantee for Ukraine and for all of Europe, and clear date for Ukraine's accession to the EU. The year 2027 is very important for us, and I hope doable, I hope, so that Putin cannot block our membership for decades. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support, for your visit. Slava Ukraini!
Slava Ukraini!
Заява президента Європейської Ради.
Sorry.
European Council.
Okay. Dear Volodymyr, dear Ursula, dear commissioners, on the 4th anniversary of Russia's war of aggression against Ukraine, Europe stands shoulder to shoulder with Ukrainian people. Being in Kyiv today is a statement of solidarity, but it's also a way to thank Ukrainian people and Ukraine for your fight for our freedom. And today we remember the communities torn apart, the homes destroyed, and the children taken away from their families. We honor the lives lost, the soldiers, the civilians, the children. We witness the resilience of Ukrainian people who have shown extraordinary strength in the face of aggression. And we reaffirm that Europe's future is tied to Ukraine's freedom. This anniversary is not just about remembering the past. It's about shaping the future. And that future is written in Kyiv and not in Moscow. The only path forward is a just and lasting peace, a peace rooted in the international law, respect for sovereignty, territorial integrity, and the principles of the United Nations Charter. Russia cannot be permitted to make gains at the negotiating table where it has failed on the battlefield. We welcome all the efforts, including those by our United States partners, towards sustainable peace. And Russia must come to the negotiation table in a serious way and accept that it will not win this war. After 4 years of aggression, Ukraine has held firm, and Russia has not achieved its objectives in Ukraine. Now, instead of engaging in the negotiations in the good faith, Russia is intensifying its attacks and targeting vital energy infrastructure in the middle of a very harsh winter. This is an undeniable attack on the innocent civilian population, as entire communities are left without power in freezing temperatures. This is unacceptable. And my message is clear. Ukraine can count on the European Union. Since the very first day of Russia's war of aggression, the European Union has been unwavering in full support to Ukraine on all fronts, financially, politically, diplomatically, in terms of security. And we will continue. And as soon as possible, I invite the European Commission to deliver in the decision taken by the European Council, 18th of December, to give a 9 billion euros loan to Ukraine. But our support goes beyond the immediate. Ukraine's future is in the European Union. A prosperous, democratic Ukraine anchored in the European Union is a security guarantee for all of Europe and one of the key elements of the peace process. Ukraine has already made remarkable progress on the European reforms, even under the most difficult circumstances. The accession process is not just a bureaucratic exercise. It is a transformation that brings real benefits to the Ukrainian people. The technical preparations with the European Union institutions are going well, and we can expect significant progress on the accession path in the foreseeable future. President Zelensky, dear Volodymyr, I encourage you to continue your good efforts in delivering the necessary reforms. We will continue to support Ukraine on its accession process. So let me end by reiterating you can rely on the European Union. We will be on your side for as long as it takes. And we are committed to building a free, sovereign, and prosperous Ukraine within the European Union. Thank you, Volodymyr.
Thank you so much.
Statement by the President of the European Commission.
Yeah, dear Volodymyr, dear António, commissioners, today we stand in Kyiv on a grim anniversary.